Well, I'll be honest and say that I like to try and make my own bread, but I bow my head to the master here. I'm with Nick from Bread of Devon. Nick, wow, you've got some amazing breads here.
Well, thank you. In fact, the masters are now my two sons, Toby and Will, who do all the baking. But, you know, I help them learn how to. As an ex-academic, we're all kind of home taught. But it's fantastic stuff. We've got lots of fans in Plymouth. We come every year. We have a great time and look forward to selling it. We do our best. Yeah.
Well, the expression bread of life is no accident. It is the basic staple of it.
Indeed.
And it goes back to whenever man first walked this earth, I should think. So,
Indeed.
You know, I mean, there's no right or wrong way, I guess, with making bread. You've just got to do what you like, haven't you?
Well, it's a wonderfully receptive kind of medium of food. You can pretty much put anything you want in it.
Yeah.
The secret, from our point of view, is not to hurry it and not to put any chemicals in. So this is bread which is slowly made, properly made. It rises twice, it's kneaded twice, so it keeps better. And it's not full of all sorts of stuff that it's difficult to digest. It's just, you know, good, honest, organic wheat.
Now, you just said you were an academic, so when did you become a baker?
8 years ago.
Okay.
Because I could no longer buy decent granary bread where I lived in Exeter at the time, because the bakers who had made it were no longer going to bring it to the shop where I bought it. So I started making it for fun, and one thing led to another. And my two sons joined me. One of them came out of Dartmouth, where he trained to be a naval officer and flying helicopters. The other one came out of university here and was going to have been a carpenter. And, you know, we've just taken it forward.
And here you are with this lovely range of bread. So tell us what we've got here. I mean,
well, new this year, we've got lovely focaccia bread made with lots of rosemary. We haven't brought that before. We also have what we're calling slow dough, which is a variation of sourdough, made with a mixture of rye and white. We've got an extremely popular bread made with wild garlic, which we sell shed loads of. I did earlier have two wonderful fruit breads, apple raisin and cinnamon, apricot almond and lemon zest, but a great enthusiast of ours in Plymouth came 10 to 10 and bought the lot.
Bought the lot, good. Well, that's
so
good
there'll
for
be
business.
More. Yeah, absolutely. So I can't show you anybody of those today, but you know they'll be back tomorrow and of course on Sunday. And in fact on Sunday it'll be my two sons who do the baking who'll actually be selling it.
So what do you do? Do you spend your rest time visiting places to get ideas for new breads, or how do you discover?
We're fairly sort of self-generated, but customers ask us whether we could do, you know, have you tried this, have you tried that? I was just talking to someone a wee while ago whose husband has all sorts of food allergies. We've recently made soda bread for people, which is made with milk and butter. Yeah. We've made one for people who cannot eat yeast but can't eat dairy either, so we make it with rice milk and olive oil instead of milk and butter. So our customers come and ask us, basically. This oat bread here I started making when a lady from Newton Abbot, who had eaten it when she was a young girl in the last war, said, why don't you make oat bread? It's fantastic. It stays moist forever. Please make me some. So I invented a recipe. We sell it by the lorry load, and I've never seen her again. I owe her at least a van load of free oat bread, but I've never seen her again. And I've now stopped asking every old lady who comes for bread whether it was she that told me, because I've forgotten what she looked like, unfortunately. It was years ago. But, you know, if she ever turns up, she's got lots of free oat bread waiting for her, you know, because it was a great idea and people love it.
Yeah.
You know.
And of all of these different, and there is a terrific range of breads, is there one that you would say is your favourite?
Current favourite, I think, is probably this one, because I've always loved sourdough. Yeah. I love the wild garlic. These, I talked about with your colleague last year, raisin and pumpkin seed with honey and cinnamon. Yeah. Warm them or toast them. They're what a hot cross bun would like to have been. It just didn't get that lucky. And we have a fruit tea bread made with, which I haven't got today, we'll have tomorrow and Sunday, made with carrots, organic carrots, raisins, orange zest and walnuts. And it reminds me of a malt loaf. Have you ever eaten Harvo?
Oh, yes.
That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic, sort of moist, sticky, wonderful. But, I mean, as a banker, if I could only ever eat one loaf of bread again, one kind, it would be granary.
Which is where it all started for you.
Indeed.
I think, if I can say this, the thing about Flavour Fest that is so exciting is the passion you get when you talk to people like Nick. I mean, you clearly love your bread.
We love what we do, and we're very proud of what we produce. We've been lucky enough to be voted the best bakers in Devon 3 years running in the Devon Life Food Awards. So other people obviously think it's, worth eating. And if we weren't, excited by what we do, I don't think we'd bother. But the lovely thing about things like Flavour Fest is that you can stand here and be enthusiastic about what you're selling because it's good quality stuff. And, customers recognise that. It's lovely. And people say the most wonderful things to you at festivals like this. And they'll come, like the chap who brought all the fruit bread earlier on, came early, bought the lot. He comes every year.
Yeah.
There'll be lots of people who will come this weekend who will come particularly, but not only, to buy our bread.
Well, Nick, it's lovely to see you back at Flavour Fest. Thanks very much.
Lovely talking to you. Cheers.